in a battle between two fighters rematching on the undercard of Fury versus Usyk, the undisputed heavyweight title fight scheduled for Saturday, May 18th. We're going to see the return bout between Opetaia and Briedis. These two men got it on once before, and Briedis was the IBF champion when they faced. But now they're going in a rematch for the vacant IBF title that Opetaia was stripped of when he faced an opponent on the December card, the Day of Reckoning. So this is a grudge match, and all the way around, these men are looking to get at each other, and something's going to happen. Let's talk about this fight and the possibilities of it being the fight of the card. Rematches can often bring us to a place of understanding what's within a championship type fighter when they find themselves going up against an opponent that set them off their course, and now they have to right the ship. Such is the case when the rematch between Opetaia and Briedis takes place Saturday on the undercard of Fury versus Usyk. This battle between these two men is going to show us something a little bit different about each man. The first fight was a tough, severely tough, battle-tested fight which saw Opetaia become a world champion for the first time. But it wasn't easy. Briedis, who came into that fight as a guy who had only had one previous defeat in his career, and he's tough as nails. Hailing from Latvia, he is a man that many fighters just do not want to get in there against and face. And the reason being is because of that toughness. He brings it. Tough as nails and a real battling warrior. I remember after reviewing the film on their first fight, I was saying to myself, these two guys, they have almost like a mirror image of one another with what they do. Opetaia, who is 9 years younger than Briedis at 28, is up and coming, and he looks to be the real deal. He has shown some fire in his belly. He has shown that he really wants to be a world champion. And since the Briedis fight, which took place in July of 2022, he's a guy that has had 2 title defenses, the first being in September of 2023 against Jordan Thompson, and then again, as I've said, in December of 2023 against Ellis Zorro. Now, Briedis, who's 39, his last bout was the Opetaia fight, and he's been wanting his rematch. What we're seeing here is the type of quality fight that can upset the card as far as fight of the night. The 2 men, as they come in, are going to show us something. Opetaia's record is presently 24-0 with 19 KOs. And he doesn't want to lose that IBF title. The first fight saw him pull through with a broken jaw. And being all of 6'2" with a 76-inch reach and being a southpaw, he has proven that he's willing to lay it all on the line. Briedis, who's 6'1" with a 75-inch reach, and his record presently is 28-2, with 20 KOs. He is known to get guys up out of there. But both of these men have the same type of mental approach. They think that they can't be denied. They think that no one is better than they are. And to use an old term, clash of the titans is what we're going to see when they enter the ring against one another. As they fought the first battle, it was back and forth, give and take. And both men were like assassins. They were going in at each other. Opetaia found himself backing up a little bit, but he has grown since this fight. And I actually think that he will not be backing up as much as he did in the first fight. Part of backing up, I believe, was due to the broken jaw. Some are saying that his jaw was broken as early as the second round. If that's true, memories of Ali versus Ken Norton in their second fight, where, their first fight, where Ali suffered a broken jaw. Some people said it was as early as the first couple of rounds. Ali said he just know it hurt. Ken Norton's people said it happened in the last couple of rounds when Ali was clowning a little bit and he got caught. Nonetheless, to be in a battle with a broken jaw is just, I couldn't imagine it. But Opetaia pulled that out. And in this rematch, I'm expecting him to give Briedis all he can handle and to work him even more extensively, because Briedis is now becoming an elder statesman in the sport, almost 40 years old. He's going to look to press him and make him expend a lot of that energy early. And Opetaia has seemingly got a lot stronger since their first go around. I've talked about him in videos. I talk about how he's able to fight on the back foot, how he's able to go and pursue an opponent, how he throws his punches in combination. He throws his shots with an intensity that Cus D'Amato used to refer to as bad intentions. This is exactly what he presents when he gets out there. And he's an exciting fighter to watch, and has his eyes on the heavyweight division eventually. He's spoken about moving up. And I think, just like Alexander Usyk, he will be effective at the big divisions because he can punch more than Usyk. His style is similar to Dmitry Bivol, believe it or not. His boxing posture, he bounces on his toes. He's in and out, side to side. But when he decides to plant his feet and go after an opponent, that's when he looks fearless and fearsome. Briedis, we're going to find out if the long layoff is going to affect him in a negative sense. We're going to find out if he really wants to be champion again. I think that at the end of the day, when these two mix it up, someone's going to get hurt pretty badly. And let's not pretend that Briedis, can't hurt Opetaia, because he did in the first fight. But becoming a world champion sometimes makes a fighter 10% or a little more better. And that's what I'm expecting when I see these two come together on the 18th. We're getting great fights. We're seeing real quality fighters face off against one another. And that shouldn't be taken for granted, because as we watch the fights, we often talk about what we would like to see. But now it's kind of time just to chill and sit back and take these matches in, because these two men are the best in the division of cruiserweight. Yeah, Gilberto Ramirez, he just went up there to cruiserweight, but he is not ready for either of these two guys. There are opportunities. Chris Billum-Smith, another fighter who at this weight is someone that he has a title, so unification could be on the table. But I'm telling you, these two men are it, and they have an it factor because they wipe people out, and they're getting ready to face one another for the second time. I'm loving it. Briedis has a chance in this fight. If he's smart, uses experience, doesn't allow Opetaia to draw him into something where he expends everything early or too soon. Opetaia shouldn't get reckless because he wants to prove he is the true champion so badly. He really hates the fact that the IBF stripped the title from him. So he's going to have that edge, that kind of chip on his shoulder. And that's totally understandable. But I expect these two men to really give us what we want to see when it comes down to the sport of boxing. Sometimes we get great fights. Sometimes we get so-so fights. But I believe they're going to entertain. And being the co-main for Fury versus Usyk is an opportunity for either man to shine bright like a diamond in the desert. But what do you think? This is Stormy B Man. Shout out to the mighty LDBC and Liberated Perspective, a third eye view of the world. For more content such as this, please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Let me know what your thoughts are about this rematch between these two beasts of a fighter. I think it's gonna be a big roundup between two warriors. Let me know. Peace to everyone out there, and everyone please remain safe.